When a man who had no friends was asked why this was so, he replied, "Friendship is like a diamond, it is rare and often counterfeited. If you're wrong once, then a second and a third, one day you'll say that real diamonds don't exist anywhere, that they're all fakes." Another person added, "A friend is someone who is to be treasured and appreciated, but unfortunately, in life, we rarely find friends that we can truly appreciate." Haruki Murakami, in his book Play the Blues, also talks about this through his characters. In the book, one character asks another if she likes solitude. She replies, "I don't like loneliness, it's just that I don't make unnecessary acquaintances. I don't want people to let me down." There is a beautiful and sad story about an apple tree that everyone should know, both those who don't have friends and those who do. The story tells of a boy's friendship with an apple tree in the forest. They used to play together. The boy would swing on the branches, eat the apples, and imagine he was a real king of the forest. When the boy grew up, he began to visit the apple tree less, as he had new friends and interests. One day, the boy saw her again and he was sad. The apple tree asked what had happened, why he didn't play with her anymore. The boy replied that a king needs money, and he didn't have it. The apple tree suggested that he pick his apples and sell them for money. That way, he could go back to being the same kind, cheerful friend he had always been. The boy followed the advice of the apple tree, picked the apples, sold them, but never returned. The apple tree waited for him for a long time, looking at the path where he used to go. One day, the boy returned, complaining again about life. He was tired of everything and wanted to sail away so he wouldn't have to see anyone. He needed a boat, but he didn't know where to get one. The apple tree fell silent as the boy took an axe and began to cut its trunk to make a boat. After getting the boat, he sailed away without even looking back, leaving behind the poor wrecked stump that was once his friend. Time passed, and the trunk of the apple tree was watered by rains and warmed by the sun. Wild animals passed by and rested on it. However, the stump no longer rejoiced, it no longer saw any meaning or value in itself. One day, without realizing it, the stump released a small green shoot, which quickly grew into a young and beautiful apple tree, full of life. She began to live and learn to enjoy each new day. However, when a child approached her and proposed friendship, the apple tree shook, as she no longer believed in true friendships. The story of the apple tree brings up the sad reality of many people who close themselves off from friendship due to the disappointments they have faced throughout their lives. It is understandable that, after several negative experiences, someone starts to question the existence of true friendships and build barriers to protect themselves from the possibility of new emotional wounds. However, it's important to remember that life is full of nuances and not all friendships will be disappointing. Each person is unique, and there are genuine and sincere individuals who are able to bring joy, support, and happiness into our lives. The challenge is to recognize these people and allow them to approach, even if there is an intrinsic fear of opening up again. The story of the apple tree also teaches us about the importance of personal growth and resilience. Just as the lonely, discredited stump found new life through the bud that developed, we too can reinvent ourselves and find hope even after painful experiences. We must learn from disappointments, but not allow them to stop us from pursuing happiness and human connection. Having true friends is a valuable gift, but it also requires mutual effort, understanding, and empathy. You need to be open to the risk of getting hurt again, but also have the discernment to choose the right people. After all, authentic friendship is built on foundations of trust, respect, and reciprocity. So, despite the heartaches and challenges that a lack of friends can bring, it's important not to generalize and let emotional wounds stop us from seeking out new connections. Each person is unique, and there is always the possibility of finding true and meaningful friendships, capable of transforming our lives for the better.